Welcome into another video in my guide series. This one, today we're going to be bringing you the complete guide for the main Easter egg for Terminus Island. So if you like Call of Duty Zombies guides, you're definitely in the right spot. Make sure you are subscribed with those bell notifications turned on so you're not going to miss out any future uploads from myself on Black Ops 6. As well, down below in the description, you will find the link for my streams. I stream on Mondays and Thursdays, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I stream on Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern. Stream everything from Black Ops 6 zombie Easter egg carries all the way through to custom zombie maps, and generally have a ton of fun over there. So I'd hope to see you all come and hang out, as today is going to be a stream day. Now, like I said, in today's guide video, we're going to be going through all of the steps needed in order to complete the Terminus main Easter egg, as well as how to build the wonder weapon, as you're going to need the beam smasher to complete this Easter egg. Now, you can obtain this two different ways. You can get it from the box, or you can do it by building it, which is a guarantee. So that is the one way that I'm going to be showing you guys in this video. So without further ado, let's dive in and get you completed for the Terminus main Easter egg quest today. Welcome in to today's Terminus Easter egg guide. We're going to dive straight in. So the first step you need to do in order to complete this Easter egg guide is you need to activate power. So you need to turn on these generators here. There's one just inside of spawn, and then you need to defend it from zombies for 1 minute. So the first location is right here outside of spawn. You defend that for 1 minute and it'll be complete. And then the next location you're going to defend for 1 minute, is right here beside Jug. And the final location you're going to need to defend is going to be down in the biolabs. So once you have finished all three of those, you have now turned on power to the map and you are ready to get on to your next step. So after you have power on, head into the water to the mag lift, and you're going to want to activate that, which is going to turn on Pack-a-Punch for you. Now, the next thing you need to do is apply dead wire ammo mod to one of your weapons so that you can shoot electrical fuse boxes that you're going to need to be shooting while the maglev is in action. So activate the maglev, and then on your way up the maglev, you're going to look inside of this window and you're going to shoot the electrical box inside there with your dead wire. Turn to the left in that one. Straight ahead, you're going to hit this one. And this is my route to complete all of the electrical boxes in order. So off the maglev, to lift to the left inside of the jug room, hit that electrical box, hit this electrical box. It's going to open up the secret room. You're going to want to kill this poor soul right here and pick up the EMP FOB that they drop. And then we're going to proceed to the next step. Alright, so the next step is we need to activate 3 computers. There's one just outside the quick revive room here. The second one is up by Stamina, again just down the staircase. So we're going to head over here and activate that one. And the computer is just up the stairs here to your left. So you want to go ahead and push interact on that. So you've got your second computer activated. And then you want to make your way down to the third one, which is just about down below at the docks. So if you make your way this way and head out through this doorway, make your way downstairs by the 2-plate armor and Deadshot daiquiri, you are going to find your third computer that you need to interact with. And once you do that, this step will be complete. So there we go. We have activated all 3 computers, and now we are on to the next step. So for the next step, make your way over to the C tower, and you're looking for this briefcase with the zombie hand attached to it. You're going to be able to open it at this point of the Easter egg. Grab that device in there, and then make sure you eliminate all of the vermin that spawn in from picking up that device. And then we are ready to proceed to our next step. So for the next step, we need to take that device we just picked up out of the briefcase back to the secret room we opened just beside Jug. We're going to interact with this device to put what we picked up on top of the device. Then it is going to give you the XY. You can solve the math on the whiteboards behind, or if you don't feel like doing maths, because maths in the middle of a zombies match can be a bit of a challenge, what you can do instead is just make your way up to Peck inside of spawn. You can pay Peck 5,000 essence, and he will just reveal the code for you, which makes this step a heck of a lot easier So that's what I went and did up here. We went and visited Peck. We paid him the 5,000 essence. And then just to the left here on the computer screen, he is going to show us our code that we need to input into the machine. So we're going to make our way back down to the secret room that we opened up right beside Juggernog. And then we're going to take and input that code that we paid 5,000 essence for from Dr. Peck. And we're going to enter that code into this computer. Now, I wanted to show you me putting in the wrong code, just so you guys are sure and 100% clear that if you have got the code wrong, don't worry, you can just go ahead and interact with it. It'll tell you it's wrong. Go ahead and re-interact with the machine, and you can then go ahead and put in your proper code. As well, while you're putting in the numbers in this machine, zombies will ignore you, so if you are doing this solo, you don't have to worry about being attacked while you're doing this step. So now that we have finished that and we put in the code in place, we're going to be waiting till round 9 to pick up the device on the top of that machine. And as soon as round 9 hits, you are able to pick up that device. So we've got that device picked up and in our inventory. So now it is on to complete the next step of the Easter egg. Okay, for the next step of this Easter egg, you're going to want to grab a boat and head out to the islands. On the islands, you're going to spot a blue orb. Interact with it so that the device you have goes onto the ground, and then the orb is going to make zombies glow blue. Take down the glowing zombie, collect the orb it drops, and then bring that orb into the big orb nearby. But be careful, once you pick up the smaller orbs, you're going to have slowed movement. So you want to make sure you do that quite a bit. And then you're going to want to repeat this for the green orb and the purple orbs. Now, when you have completed one and you pick up the device, there will be effects in the sky to kind of direct you to where the next island goes. So now we're just going to follow the effects. We're going to make our way over to the green island here and do the same thing with the green orb. Make sure we complete that. And then again, we're going to move forward over to the purple orb. We're going to place down our device, pick up the orb off the zombie that have been affected, and carry it over into the big orb. And once we have done all three, you will be able to pick up your piece for the Beam Smasher Wonder Weapon, which we will need to carry on with the Easter egg. So now you have completed this step, it is time to move forward to the next one. Alright, now you have all of the parts to craft your Beam Smasher Wonder Weapon. So head up to the room, the secret room you opened right beside Jug, and go ahead and craft the Wonder Weapon for Terminus Island, the Beam Smasher. And I think this looks absolutely so cool as a Wonder Weapon. Like, I'm really happy we got brand new Wonder Weapons for each of the 2 new maps, and I think they've done an amazing job on this one. It looks really, really cool. So now that we have our Beam Smasher Wonder Weapon, we are ready to get on to the next step, which is going to locate one of these key cards. It can be found on either of the tentacle traps on the ground in the biolab or at the tentacle trap at Jug. So what you want to find is that ID card below the trap, then you want to activate the trap, and then what you're aiming for is to shoot the mouth in the middle of the trap with your Beam Smasher. You'll hear audio that the hard drive has dropped out of the trap, so you want to go ahead and pick up the hard drive. As you can see, it's on the ground right there, so you just want to go ahead and pick that up, and then you are ready for your next step of the Easter egg. Now that we have the hard drive in hand, we need to head up to spawn and interact and give the hard drive to Peck. So go ahead and do that there. You're going to go ahead and drop the hard drive in this container here. Peck's going to pick it up. He's going to do his thing. Now what we're working on here is getting towards defeating Nathan. So what we're going to do is Peck's going to do his little audio thing, and then what we need to do is find the code to let Nathan out. So just beside Quick Revive, there's a clock in there. The hour hand is going to give you 1 number. You're going to make your way over here to find your second number, which is in right here, and you're going to be looking at the days since accident. That is your second number that you're going to need to unlock the code for Nathan. And then the third number is over here, just directly across from Juggernog. Inside of the mess hall on this cork board, you're looking at the playing card right there. And that is our third number, which is needed to unlock Nathan down in the biolab, which is our next step of the Easter egg. All right, so now that we are armed with the code to interact and fight Nathan, we're going to come down to the biolab in the center to this tube here. You're going to interact with it, which is going to open up the view portal so that you can see Nathan. And then you're going to want to put in the code into the number pad and complete that. It'll unlock it. Then in order to start the Nathan fight, all players need to interact with those valves at the same time, which is then going to spawn in the fight with Nathan. Now be prepared for this fight. Nathan is an amalgam and he has extra health. I highly recommend that you all run the GS45 handgun. Get it pack-a-punched to at least epic and double pack, and you should make very easy work of this mini boss fight inside of the Easter egg. So no, this is not completing the Easter egg. This is just a little side boss fight you have to do partway through the Easter egg. So make sure that your team is focusing in fire on Nathan, and just make sure you finish off that step. Once Nathan has been defeated and after the cutscene, you need to dive into the water in the biolab and pick up this key card, which we're going to be using for our next step in the Easter egg. So now that you have the key card, make your way over to communications, and you're going to insert it in this computer with the green text on it. Alright, so now we want to make our way over to the ship, and we're going to be looking to climb the ladder right here on my left. Now beware, what you're doing inside of this room is you're picking up 2 node connectors that are on the table. But I do want to warn you, picking them up will start a lockdown inside of this room that lasts 1 minute. So do be ready. Just make sure that you are, clearing out the enemies that spawn in here kind of as quickly as you can. Just be very careful. This can be fairly simple to do if you are running the GS45 handgun, and it is pack-a-punched as it has that explosive damage. So just make sure that you defend and, stay alive through the area. The lockdown will start as soon as you pick up one of those node connectors. So if you have a team and one of your players isn't inside when you pick up the node connectors, they will be locked out of the room and they won't be able to get in. Now there is no way out of this room until you complete the lockdown. So I have died out in this step, so do be careful. There is an ammo cache right here to my left that you can use if you need ammo and you run out during this step. But as long as you kind of maintain your ammo and dish out the damage, this one shouldn't be too difficult to complete. So now you know it's done. You'll get a max ammo power up to spawn in, and the hatch that you came in will open and you're able to get out of the room. So make sure you drop down out of there right away, hop in your boat, and the next step for the Easter egg is going to be connecting our node connectors. So there's 3 locations that they can spawn in. One of them is going to be this island right here. So just head out the boat and make a way to the left, and you'll see the wires on the hill right here. Now from a boat, you can look and see if it's connected or not. If it is not, hop on the island, go ahead and connect that node. Now do be careful, a lot of zombies will spawn in when you do this, so just make sure that you're being careful, because you are very close to getting into the boss fight of the Easter egg at this point. So just make sure that you are staying alive and just being careful to complete this step. So now that we've done that, the other 2 node locations are on the island. So we're going to head back to the island, and one of the locations can be right here underneath the tower. You will find the wires to your right down at the bottom there. So that is one of the locations. In our match today, it was not that one. Our last node connector that we needed was inside by Speed Cola. So you have one location inside by Speed Cola in the tunnels. You have one node location on the island outside of the boat, and you have one node location just right there at the bottom of that tower. So we went and connected our second node, and now we have completed the node connector step of the Easter egg, and we are ready to progress to the next step. So make your way back to spawn, and this time we're going to be talking to Peck very quickly, and he is going to be dropping us a hacking device, which we're going to need to pick up to complete one of the final steps of this Easter egg. So now that you have the hacker device that you picked up from Peck, you're going to want to make sure you grab a boat and head out into the water, as we need to hack 3 buoys. Now, on the tac map here, I'm going to show you the locations of the buoys as we get to each one. You'll also know on your tac map which buoy it is, as if you're in the right area, you will see a bunch of parasites on your tac map in the area. So dive in the water, and you need to be right up next to the buoy in order to hack it. So once you go on ahead and hack that, you're going to start a timer, which gives a certain amount of time to count down to complete the hack on all 3 buoys. Now, I'm going to show you this entire step so that all of you know the route to be taking in your boat to be able to get to all 3 buoys. Also, when we get close to them, I will ping them on the tac map so you guys are able to know where these buoys are. But again, as you get close, you will see parasites in the air, so you know that is the correct buoy. Again, dive into the water, make sure you're right up against the buoy to start the hack. Go ahead and hack the buoy, and we've got that one finished, and there's only one more left to go. Now, a tip for this, if you're playing with a team, is have one of your teammates in a boat and have them drop you off, do a big circle, and then come back and pick you up, so you're not dealing with the gas from, the monster in the water. It makes things a lot easier for sure. So here we are, we're going to push on through. We've got the gas monster chasing us, which isn't a problem. We're going to head off to our final buoy location, which is here, and it is always the same location every match for the buoys, just so you guys know. So we go ahead and hack this one, which is the final buoy, and we have finished this step of the Easter egg, and we are oh so very close to getting into the boss fight. White screen will flash at the end of this step, just so you know that you have completed the buoy hacking step. So now let's get ready for the final step before the boss fight. Alright, so the final step before our boss fight is a game over step. So do pay attention and do work together as a team, as if you do not get this step done in time, your match will end. So what is happening is the island is now in self-destruct mode. So what has happened is inside the biolab, there is bombs that have been set, and they are detonated already. So you need to go and defuse these bombs before the timer on your screen expires, or your match will end. So make sure you're using your tacticals, your lethals, cover the player that is interacting with the bomb, as when they are defusing it, they are unable to use their weapons and they simply have to stand there and defuse the bomb. Now, all of the bomb locations inside are in the biolab, on the walls. So if you are not able to find the locations for the bomb step, just make sure you're running around the outside and looking on the walls on the outside of the biolab, and you will find all of your bomb locations on the edges on the outside of the biolab. As you can see right here, I am providing cover while my teammate here goes and interacts and defuses the bombs. And so you just want to make sure that you are covering, and you can see me using my stuns, laying down suppressive fire. Basically want to just do everything you possibly can at this step to cover your player. You'll know you have defused the bombs in time because you will get the white screen flash at the end of the step, and your timer will disappear on your screen. Congratulations, you are now ready to get to the boss fight for Terminus Island. Now, before you go ahead and interact with this door down here in the biolab right next to Melee Macchiato, that door right there on my right, that's going to take you into the boss fight. I strongly recommend that you and your team run a few rounds to grab all of your perks, to get your weapons to max damage output. Maybe bring in a chopper gunner, I would highly recommend for the final stage of the boss fight. But definitely take some time before getting into this door and interacting it to make sure that you are geared up and ready for the boss fight. Now that you've made it into the boss fight has 3 modes before the final stage. So the weak spots are either going to be red spots on its body, yellow spots on its tentacles, and the final stage is going to be its mouth when it has lava cracks. Now, in the final stage of this boss fight, the best place to stand is going to be at the back here and behind these, debris, or I don't know what machines those are, but use those for cover. Stay in the back of the map. It's going to be the best thing for you. There is also an ammo cache right there that you can buy. Now, in the final stage, it's going to force you to the back of the map, like I said. Its weak spot is going to be its eyes. Now, if it's going to slam or do any of its attacks, it looks like it's about to attack, get under cover. 100% is something that you can do. Just hide in behind these machines like we were doing here, and on, you know, when you're not able to damage the green spots, you can look outside. You see the tentacles have the yellow on them. If you shoot those tentacles, that will, you know, continue to do some damage. If you get in trouble, you can dive into the water like I did right here. There is ladders for you to get out. But definitely make sure that everybody in your team has self-revives. I highly recommend everybody bring in a chopper gunner for the final stage of the boss fight, and just continue to lay in your damage on those critical spots, on his shoulders right there, on his eyes. Anything that is red or yellow is going to be a critical area for you to be shooting on this boss. So just make sure you are dishing out the damage. Take your time. There is no time limit on this boss fight, so you can take as long as you need. You can farm the zombies for points if you need to get points for ammo. But just as a general rule, just make sure you are sticking and moving when the boss is about to attack like this. Just make sure you're got yourself behind cover so that you don't take any damages. And you should have no issues completing the Liberty Falls Easter egg main quest. Congratulations and great job. I really hope that this guide helped you all complete the Terminus Island main quest Easter egg. And congratulations, you have completed this. Now when you finish your match, you're going to unlock the 2 calling cards. One of them is going to be for completing the main quest before the guided mode comes out, and the other one is simply going to be for completing the Easter egg, which is really exciting. Still not 100% sure on when we're going to see guided mode for the 2 main Easter eggs for Liberty Falls and Terminus Island. But that will conclude my guide today for Terminus Island main quest Easter egg, including the boss fight. I do have a video in the works where we're going to put together every single side Easter egg on Terminus Island into one video, so you have all of that in one place. But thank you so very much. If this guide helped you complete the Terminus main Easter egg, please smash a like. Definitely helps out the video. And thank you so much for tuning in, and we will catch you guys in the next one.